Okay, so I'm a little bit annoyed, a little bit pissed even, because you're probably wondering where part two of this whole
Oh, come
thing
on, let's
is.
get down. Come on,
Well,
everybody. Get
allow
down,
me to
dancing. I'm
enlighten
dancing.
you. I recorded that yesterday. And it had some pretty funny parts, like a freaking badass skag literally jumped at me out of nowhere, and I'm gonna be honest, I screamed and ran like a bitch. I killed it, and then a second one spawned, so that was fun. But yeah, uh, I also was talking about a lot of stuff, like my rankings of the Borderlands series and all this other stuff. And as you can see, I'm not like I think I was level 3 at the end of episode 1. I'm now 11. Yeah, so I did a fair bit of leveling and got some pretty cool gear. I'm just gonna load in while I'm talking right now. So you're probably wondering, oh, what happened? Oh, simple. Uh, I lost the footage. The whole video gone, reduced to atoms, ashes. Bites? You get my point. So yeah, I'm just a little bit pissed. Just a little bit. So, welcome to, I guess, fuck it, like, welcome to part 2. Well, this is gonna be part 2. It's supposed to be part 3, but, you know, it's part 2 now. So, yeah, you guys don't get to see me fight 3 balls. Sorry. I made like 4 3-ball jokes last. I'm mad. You can't tell. I'm very mad because that was I had a lot of fun in that, like playing, and I was making all kind of jokes and references and stuff, and I really feel like that was just, it was a quality video. And then that happened. Yay. Anyway, so I guess I'll just...
Sledge, has something we need. You are going to get it from him. Sledge is a bad man who has done terrible things to the people of Firestone. Do what you must.
I will try, my old friend. Oh yeah, this is a fun one. Yeah, there's literally a mission where you just need to work people over. Like so. See? But yesterday I was talking about my tier list for the Borderlands games, and I guess I'm just gonna do this in this video. I'm really annoyed because I had a lot of good points that I kind of brought up. But this isn't gonna be the Tales games. I'm not doing the Tales games. It's just, the Borderlands 1 pre-sequel, Borderlands 2, 3, and I guess I could do Wonderlands as well. One, two, three, sequel, three. Yeah, that's all. So, by far, my least favorite easily goes to Borderlands 3. I don't know. I don't like how they changed the majority of the weapons of like the manufacturers in the game. Like most of them, I really hated what they did. TDR weapons, they were pretty okay in the pre-sequel. There were some pretty good ones some fairly decent ones in Borderlands 2. And they basically were non-existent in Borderlands 1. There's literally, in this game, don't know. Borderlands 3, they did some pretty cool stuff, but that pretty cool stuff didn't mean shit. Like, genuinely, I did not care about their existence whatsoever. I absolutely hated the charge time on Mali 1 weapons that they added for some fucking other reason. Though, I definitely... There's a journal page. Yeah, I know there's a journal page around here, because it's right next to the chest. Okay. Here.
Day 43 on Pandora. At least I believe it to be the 43rd day I've been here. The moonlight cycles are difficult to get used to. The planet rotation day is over 90 hours long. The people that inhabit this salted dust ball are as ignorant as I've seen in this galaxy. When I attach scientific inquiry to something like the Vault, I'm greeted with silly nursery rhymes and slack-jawed soliloquy about a man who knew a man who knew a man. They drift off into a stupor where I half imagine they're drunk or brain damaged and are unaware of my continued presence. If I believed in hell, I would contemplate how it compared to Pandora. Ironically, such a belief would align me with these Neanderthals.
Damn. I'm just doing this for a bit of XP. I'm probably gonna need some when I get to, especially once I get to Sledge, because Sledge hits a little hard when you're not Brick and can just punch him to death. I'm gonna have to fight Bonehead. No, it's over here. Yeah, it's right here. But the manufacturers for the weapons, the changes, I didn't really like the majority of them. The only ones that I did like, they all had fire mode. That was pretty cool to me.
Patricia Tannis, Doll Scientific Advisor, Day 1 on planet Pandora. I have been assigned to this sector by my superiors to find evidence of abandoned alien technology similar to that found by our competitor, the Atlas Company, in the ruins on Prometheus. Technology that many believe made them the superpower they are now. This kind of find seems astronomically improbable on a rock like this, but my benefactors believe in it enough to waste my considerable talents. I've only been here for 3 hours, and I already believe this planet will be the death of me. Scientists do not believe myths and legends.
Keep pressing R1, that's a very break in the game, so if you keep seeing the camera do that, that's why. That was stupid. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, the other issue I have with that game, which kind of makes it, which why I think is the sheer amount of like frame drops, bugs, glitches, and straight up crashes that I've had. Actual I didn't go do the other thing first, but yeah, we had no less than like 7 or 8 crashes on PS5, by the way. Like when we played this, we were on PS5. We were updated hardware for a PS4 game. I don't remember. Wait, go on. Dang it! What are you? Oh, right. Ow! Jesus! Wait. Where? But from where? What? Huh? There was nothing in that direction. Okay, well. Shit. That sucked. But yeah, I really didn't like it. I also hate the new overly cartoony look of it. The graphics in that game I just don't like. The story is easily the worst that has ever come from. The story is easily the worst to ever come from any of those Borderlands games. Obviously, I'm not counting the Tales games when I say this, because obviously it takes the cake. but so many characters just get sidelined that show up for like
I was woken
a
up,
bit
hoping
that
I was
just
having a reoccurring
don't
nightmare.
fucking
We
matter
spent more than 36 hours
whatsoever.
earlier today relocating our campsite closer to our dig site, only to be ambushed by local wildlife that's hungry coming out of hibernation. Half of my staff was eaten alive or killed by skags. I survived by hiding under a colleague of mine who was being devoured on top. His name was Carl. My emotions are dead, and I do protect the emotions. I felt joy because his care was always I took his care, and then I noticed the invisible glow on the rock.
Alright. I've had issues with the entire game, and the way that they handle it is just about. How the fuck did I do this? It's just abysmal. It's just, well, not abysmal. It's just ridiculous. We did one run of the game. We didn't farm a singular boss. Every single enemy that we fought one time, and that was it. And I came out with 59 different legendaries. And like the only argument I found for like why I get them so much is like, oh, well, you know, you're going for anointments, you know, get your anointments. Anointments don't do shit. They don't. Oh, I have my third slot now. That's what's going on. I forgot all about that. Did I sell? Oops. I sold the wrong weapon. But yeah, with that, I hated how they handled that game, because you were just showered in it. And one of the fun things about Borderlands, at least for me and honestly a lot of people that I know that played the game, is the loot grind. It's really fun to get loot in this game, to farm it. And then it's very difficult to want to farm something when you were showered with so much loot that by the time you're level 10, you have legendaries in almost every slot. A thing that actually happened to me.
Day 119. I sat in the shower in tears for just under an hour. This is interesting, considering we haven't had water for days. I equate my ever-decreasing sanity with that of the population of my dig site. With the investigation of the symbols and glowing patterns at the site, we finally unearthed arguably certifiable proof of the existence of alien life having been here on Pandora. But this celebration was lonely, as I only have 2 colleagues left. And I'm not too fond of the fat girl, Chimay. I've been told that scientific discovery requires sacrifice, but I never understood what they meant until now.
Alright, so I gotta be careful, because these guys are higher level than me. Luckily, I'm on the perfect character to do
Day 172. The
Sorry,
fat
Car, I
girl,
cannot
Chimay,
grab you right now.
was crushed under an alien ruin that collapsed today. She didn't die right away and begged me to put her out of her misery as she choked on various fluids and bile. I hesitated because she was the last one alive. This wasn't me. As she was choking and coughing and dying, I tried to enjoy the interaction, which I imagined to be a conversation, as I knew it was the last I would have for a while. I finally got around to smothering her so that I could continue my research. I could tell that she regretted the decision. The skags have been waiting for this meal for a while and will not go hungry tonight.
That's all of those. Chef Sanders. I can do that later. Alright, wait. Going off-road. Just remembered I'm right next to this. The last time I played, I grabbed this mission, completely forgot I was next to it, drove all the way back, and then had to drive back here. not my brightest moment, I won't lie. I might as well use this one inside. But yeah, there's not really much that I can say that I enjoy about the game. And also, it's just too easy. Mayhem mode is also just like so many things about the game I just didn't like. As you guys can tell, it's easily like the worst game, like character-wise, villain-wise. God, I just want to shank, like, body slam whoever came up with the idea of the Calypsos. They're such non-characters.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
I'm gonna need. Wait, no. I can't use one. I'm gonna wait this out. Alright, so this area. I'm gonna explain this in a sec. Let me just finish off ranting about Borderlands 3. Yeah, what else? The characters, the villains, the weapons, how they handle loot. I don't like the graphics. Oh, right. The game's too easy. I hate I'm just gonna call it right now. I'm just like letting you guys know when I get to Borderlands 2, I'm not doing OP levels. I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen. I don't like how it just feels artificial to empower oh boy, time to go. To empower enemies in the way that it does, where they're literally just strong for no reason. And I genuinely do mean no reason. Like, they just add an extra number on. Like, it's not like Destiny 2 where the GMs are difficult because you have limited revives, you have, you know, the enemies are more accurate, they're harder to stun. You know, there's reasons for it.
Let's get out of here.
And also, to a lesser extent, the UVHM as well, Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. For some reason they can heal? Like, you gave enemies a healing factor, okay. You also gave them more health, deal more damage, and I have to start farming perfect god rolls on every single weapon and armor I have, or else I'm not going to be able to do much damage? Like, why? Mayhem mode is this but worse because at least with the OP levels, you know, you would get, you know, some sort of satisfaction. You would get some sort of satisfaction of killing like an OP8 Terramorphous. There's no satisfaction with Mayhem levels. They literally don't matter. They genuinely don't. They just have so much nothing to them. I need to level up, so I need to do a bunch of these. But yeah, it's literally, it's genuine artificially making the game more difficult. I don't know if I'm gonna make a lot of people mad by saying that. Saying this is especially what I'm about to say. I also don't like takedowns. If I want to do a raid boss, if I want to kill a raid boss, I want to get in, spend the copious amount of resources I gain throughout the entire game, and go kill a raid boss. The takedowns are fun, but that does not mean that I enjoy them. If I want to go into a horde mode, I'll go into horde mode. If I want to kill a raid boss, I'm gonna go kill a raid boss. I'm not looking to do both at the same exact time. Wonderlands also has the problem where I can't. Grenade outside? Doesn't look like it. No. Not. Anyway, that's it. That's it. I don't like how they deal with it. I don't like any of the changes in the game, to be honest. Borderlands 3, when I get there, really going to be me just hating existence. Especially with how powerful the characters are. I'll probably said it 4 times. But, like, that is genuinely.
No end to my power.
But that is genuinely, like, one of the biggest issues I have with the enemies are so bitch-made compared to you throughout the entire game. You are so insanely overpowered in that game compared to the enemies that you fight. It's crazy. Let me check the shield. It was levels. Alright, now using that for a while. Man, I'm probably gonna get a better shield by the time that becomes useful. Creates resistance to that shit. You deal nearby enemy to nearby enemies with phase walking. I don't remember if this is good. That's gonna be maybe interesting, but I'm going to grab. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this. Wow, really? Are you? So you saw me do this earlier. If your car is ever, stuck in a spot, it's a little thing you can do in, I hope, all of the Borderlands games. Because apparently everybody's just fucking Superman and can just bitch smack a vehicle an entire, like, 2-3 meters. Woo! Yeah, that's it. Talk about how much I play this game, and not just a bump that I Oh, this is the gate key. And rack first. Actually, wait, what? Oh, I'm over leveled. I can grab it while I'm here. That's exactly where it is anyway. But next up on the list is easily the pre-sequel. Now, I don't have any problems with playing the game is the thing. I think the game is pretty fun. You can have fun with that game, and I've had fun with the game. The thing is that it has the in a few cases it has the opposite problem of Borderlands 3.
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone Bounty Board.
Claptrap, shut up. Thank you. It has the opposite problems of Borderlands 3 in a lot of cases. Unlike Borderlands 3, where the player is so ridiculously powerful that it just doesn't matter. Like, combat just stops being a factor. Especially if you play... But no, I was gonna say especially if you play, and I was gonna call 3 of the 4 characters in the game. No, if you play any of them, because all of them have insane stuff that they can do. Okay, I defeat my superior tactics. Unless I can literally... Oh my god. Wait. There we go. Is that all of them? But, yeah, unlike Borderlands 3, where you're ridiculously strong. Like, the game is too easy. This game is ridiculous. Like, there are times where you'd be playing, and then you're somehow just like massively under leveled. A perfect example is the first time I played. I was on Lawbringer. For everyone who knows, it's Nisha in the game, and I did a couple side quests here and there to get some extra loot, some extra weapons. Because at this point, I'm pretty adept in playing Borderlands games. At this point, I have done multiple max level characters, not OP levels though, for both Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. So I know my way around a game now. Lo and behold, the pre-sequel comes around and just teaches me that clearly I don't know shite, because I'm trying to find out why the hell I'm 5 levels under the final boss of the game. Like, the difficulty spike just happens at These will be useful. But the difficulty spike in the game is straight up ridiculous. It makes 0 sense why the game just goes from pretty okay, you know, in the beginning, to just straight up insane. Like, it's crazy. Especially at the later parts after you take down Zarpedon. I feel like I'm saying gobbledygook to like 20 other people right now. If I get 20 views in this video. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make the game sound bad. I'm not trying to make any of the games sound bad. I probably am. I'm not trying to. But at the same time, damn, I'm on the look for everything but this. Well, this too. I'm gonna do a couple rounds of slaughter. Might as well get the full XP I can get out of this instead of doing something more over level. And then that makes this kind of not worthwhile. It should be right here next to this bone. Yeah. Do I have alphas yet? Yeah. Anyway, the pre-sequel has another issue. I don't like the Oz kids. They're just bad. The ground pound ability for them is extremely weak. The added mobility is okay. Ooh. Oh, Cobra. Oh, when I can use that, it's going down.
Get your man's here.
I'm gonna use that. Oh, that's a freaking... What are they called in this game? Thermal shield. Wait. Reinforced shield, actually.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
So they did change the names in the next game. Okay. Where the fuck did I get this from? But that really took me out of the game, like, heavily. Because it just stopped. The moon gravity was pretty cool, but I don't think there's a single like 2K shooter that doesn't have that aspect added into it. Wait, that's better than the shotgun I have on, actually. I should definitely grab that as an upgrade. I'm not doing melee, so having that does not matter. And to be honest, having this also doesn't matter. I got a pretty meh roll on the starter weapons. And I'm not 0, so like 0. I'm just Mordecai, so. But yeah, I really didn't like the changes that they made in the game. But the problem, the issue I have with those plans makes it that, in my opinion, still makes it better than the other ones is the fact that, well, it's actually, you actually have to give a damn, or else the game will just put the most diabolical of hands on you. Like, if you're not trying, the game will bully the hell out of you. Which I think is a good and bad way. Which is both a good and bad thing in a game. It's good to be challenged by your games, but it's bad to get over levels simply by playing. Not saying that, you know, you shouldn't ever have to do any farming, but as I said previously, I have been playing Borderlands games for a very long time before I played that one. And that game just started whooping my ass. In fact, I got it not that long after I played Borderlands 2 and was finishing up one of the last couple characters that I had in that game at the time. So Borderlands was fresh in my mind, and that game was just relentless. Now, I would still recommend it to somebody, but I'd also warn them of the random ass difficulties might happen in the game that only gets worse. That the freaking that the dot is murdering. Someone down me real quick. Not you. Bye. Oh no, I forgot. Alright, I might have to glitch up. Yeah, get out of use this. Ah! Wait, you are the weakening. Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. What's that? I don't remember that being so high level. What level is the... Oh, it is. Damn. I need to do some grinding. Like, heavy grinding. Nothing connected to this. Well, I just wasted my time and also your time. There are some good aspects to it though. The laser weapons are really freaking fun. But you know, they're only in that game. So, you know, that kind of sucks. Though they actually do give an in-lore reason why you can like look it up, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's that the corporation that made them got just destroyed. They kind of just got like bought out or destroyed or whatever. And since then, you know, no one else has tried to like create them. So, you know, laser weapons just kind of died out because of that. Cool. The biggest issue I have with the game, which isn't just like, oh, it can move an IP or, you know, anything like that, is the amount of just sheer, how do I even put it? I don't even want to, like, I want to word this right so that I'm saying the correct thing. Alright, I got it.
Get your meds here.
The biggest problem that I have with the game is definitely how you get weapons. You grind like maybe 2 enemies
If you need healing, step right
at 4 weapons, and then, you know, there's barely anyone with a dedicated drop. That sucks.
You'll be able to afford it.
Like, genuinely, that sucks. Like, why in the hell am I going through all this to get nothing? And you fight multiple bosses in the game, and not many bosses have a dedicated drop. In fact, when the game first dropped, they had to give out a patch for the bosses to respawn so that you could actually farm them. Yeah, that was a thing. But to make matters worse for everyone, make matters worse for everybody, most of the bosses didn't even have a dedicated drop. Or bosses like Borderlands, who has one, which is, you know, a weak weapon, but a really cool one in design. And also, you know, previous weapon, just one if you could just shoot an enemy and then hide behind a corner and deal some pretty good fire damage. You can't even get, because if it doesn't drop on your first kill, then hope you enjoy farming it somewhere else on the final boss of the game. The only 2 drops it has there's also a certain weapon that you get from another boss that's in the game that had the freaking ship, but don't yourself through that hell. Genuinely, where'd you come from? Genuinely, don't do that to yourself. Love yourself. So that also just kind of ruined the game for me, because farming's a big part of Borderlands, and the only way to farm is to farm the grinder, which is okay. It's an okay thing, but for it being the only way to get the majority of weapons in the entire game, of those legendaries, which are like, you know, all the majority of the cool weapons, and like the mainstay weapons for the franchise, that's really bad. That is the equivalent of if you are playing, let's say you're playing Destiny, and you want to get an exotic. The only way you can get the exotic is if you had to go to one person with 3 other exotics or 3 legendaries, which is the second highest rarity in the game if you don't play it, and then pray that you have the recipe correct. Because it's not even like an automatic chance unless you have 3 exotics, which means you are dumping 3 exotics for 1. I missed it. Me.
You never should have come here. Now you're gonna pay.
Yes, feel it.
Want none of this, Merc.
That's second. The reason why it's better is because A, of the several years I played the game, it's only crashed on me twice, I think, and that was on a very crappy PlayStation 3 that was several years old during a lightning storm. So,
Stop shooting! I surrender!
okay.
You never should have come here. Now you're gonna pay.
You just said you surrendered, and now you just gonna keep shooting at me. Okay, no. You see what everybody says. Bye. You didn't see that.
Come meet your maker.
No. Longbow. Oh, I can grenade jump now. I can consistently grenade jump now. If you don't know, if you throw a longbow at your feet, it will stick. Actually, I don't have any grenades, so I'll show it later. But longbows are really good for grenade jumping. Oh god damn. But yeah, that's that game. Next up is actually Wonderlands. Also, you know, I also really like the story of Borderlands, the pre-sequel, as it gives us the backstory of arguably one of the best villains in all of anime. Wow. Wow. Okay, hold up. My dumbass said anime. All of gaming. And how he became the guy, the asshole he is later. But you know, I'll hit my shots eventually.
Fire in the hole!
Okay.
I got too many guns on me!
Got too many guns on you. There was one. If somebody, you got too many guns on you, you didn't even drop anything. Son of a bitch. You know how much ammo I'm going through? Bet you could give me a grenade. Nothing.
Get up!
I am up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get down.
Get your ass gone!
No. But that's that game. But what was that? Wonderlands, right? I'm so scatterbrained today. I'm sorry. Wonderlands is fun.
You gotta squeal before we
For its early game.
Aw.
It's the story mode is really fun. I love D&D. I played D&D both as a player and as a DM. And I really like the D&D aspects of the game. The multi-classing system is, I gave too little credit when I originally figured out that it was a thing. It can make some extremely powerful characters. The companion system I really don't care for, but you know, my companions also saved my ass a good couple of times, so you know, I care a bit, just a bit, just a touch about it. But the main thing that makes me like this game more is the fact that, well, it's D&D, and it does that really well, and its story is probably my favorite
You think you
next
ought to be
to
here?
Borderlands 2. The story carries that game, and it's about a fan favorite character, Tiny Tina, who is one of my favorite characters in the entire franchise. So couple that with some also very good characters being the ones from being like the extra characters who, I'll be honest, I thought were going to be extremely annoying, but actually were really cool, very nice characters to kind of meet. That were just kind of with her, with Tina throughout the entire game. They were really cool to you know, to hear them talk and like to listen to their dynamic. Something that was extremely refreshing, because usually, you know, everyone's just an asshole. Or, well, very Borderlands-y. These were somewhat normal people that were really funny, but also very relatable. That's not to say that other characters aren't. And trust me, they're nowhere near my favorite characters. Not even close. I'm not even trying to say they are. But they're also really good, really well written and well made characters. Also well voice acted. The voice actors for those characters did an amazing job. But the other thing about that game I really like is just the weapons. The weapons are phenomenal. Also, I'm just gonna tell you to you like this. I'm gonna be here for a minute. Well, no, not for a minute. For a long ass time trying to find out where the hell this last piece is, because I literally always can't find it. Every time, I always get lost on this one piece. I know all the freaking Borderlands 1 like elites are just sitting there like, man, it's been 20 minutes and you haven't finished the story. What the fuck's going on? I'm playing for fun. Did I get the piece there? But Wonderlands is fun. It's really fun. I really like the game. And the reason why I don't put it higher is because, again, it's carried by its story mode. The rest of the game? Whew. Oh boy. The rest of the game is a damn travesty. First off, Chaos Chambers. What was the game plan for those? Were they supposed to be annoying? Like, was I supposed to hate them? 'Cause I hate them. I absolutely hate them. They're not that fun after 1 or 2 runs. And that's it. And in my opinion, they make the problem I have with raid bosses even worse. Because at least with takedowns, you're killing a bunch of people, and then you go to the damn raid boss. With this, it's like it's like these roguelike elements, which I'll give them credit for. They're really cool. Throughout every single part, and being able to like use money that you get from combat and stuff to empower yourself, which again, is really cool. But then you take into account that you also have to fight a raid boss after this shit with all of these modifiers. Like I'm sorry. It is absolutely ridiculous just how like crazy the raid boss fights become because of that. Which you're already fighting an effing raid boss. You already have to figure out what mechanics, what stuff they do. And on top of that, they deal like over omni crit. You have half health, and you know your crit damage is reduced or some other fuck shit that the game throws at you. So yeah, I don't really like that. On top of that, there's no end game for this game. It just does not exist. The end game for Wonderlands is just the Chaos Chamber. And that's it. Even Borderlands 1, even the pre-sequel, had a DLC. And its DLC is really good. Frankly, easily the best part of the game. And would have been numbered, you know, higher on the list. I feel like I've gone up here like 3 times. Would have been higher on my list if it weren't for the fact that, you know, both its story and the story of, you know, its base game story doesn't hold a candle, in my opinion, to Wonderlands. I mean, like I said, I love the story, and I played it on a couple of characters, I think like 1 or 2, or 3, just for that story, because the story is just that good to me. However, once I get to the end of said story, it has a really, really good ending to it that makes me finally! Ah, my god. That makes me like really into, like really happy to like have played it, that ties everything up. And then it ends. And I'm forced with Chaos Chamber. Chaos Chambers are so boring. I don't like them. I like the idea behind them, but the execution, not really. Especially considering that's the only thing I can do if I want to do anything endgame. I also like the fact that that enemies are always scaling with you instead of the end side quests as well, while, you know, so that you aren't just getting an insane amount of power and then you go from invincible getting your ass kicked every 2 seconds. But basically, oh yeah, I deal 100%. I deal 100% more damage. shotgun. But yeah, that's why that game. And that's really the only story mode wasn't as good as it was. It would be much lower, honestly. Luckily, that is not the case. So to be honest, I'm also going to do all the games anyway. So, you know, maybe it's not as good as I remember it being, and maybe my list changes once I get high enough. You know, once I get there, if I even play Wonderlands. Yeah, because I'm still questioning since it is a side story. Fuck. Wait. Wait. Where are you? Woo! Actually, wait a minute. You're not really fire. You shall burn for your sins. Fucking amazing. But yeah, I'm move on. So next up we'll look back before that. Probably wondering why. Well, this game is the foundation for everything. And I don't mean that because oh, it's the first show, you know, it's amazing. No, I mean that in the fact that there are aspects of this game that have not changed, that are still in the later. You know how a lot of games, you know, they get past, you know, the first, second installment. Oh shit! They get past the first or second installment, and then whole script flips. This game does not have that. Borderlands is not the franchise that does that. Secondly, damn it. The way that the story goes in this game is relatively fun to me. I like having to go through finding components. I like having to, you know, get the different weapons. The main weakness of the game are the iridium weapons, which are extremely rare and extremely shitty. Yo? Gib? Okay. There's usually a badass that spawns over here, so I want to see if I can get it to show you guys one. If it spawns, I'm gonna, you know, go fight it. Oh, I've had multiple badasses spawn in this area on me once. Nope, that ain't it. First question is, why haven't I ran? Another question is, how the fuck am I still alive? Look at all these damn bodies. Jeez. Game. And I still didn't level up from all of that. What more do you want from me, game? But Borderlands 1 is, it's probably nostalgia more than it is like me enjoying the game. I'm probably just gonna like knock it down lower once I actually get farther into the series. I'll be honest, you know, this one, the more I think about it, I'm just like, I'm not saying anything that's better than what I said for the other games. So like, what the fuck? So, you know, what's the, why is this game here? I don't know. I just really love this game. This game is really fun. And honestly, the DLCs are pretty compared to the ones later on. Cromarex is an ass whooping I will never forget, as it was by far the most fun I've ever had with a game. And honestly, almost with Borderlands period. I'm gonna go. I don't have the fast travel system, right? I'm gonna hurry back to place and I'm gonna end the video. I decided to do a longer video to make up for the lack of an upload yesterday. So, sorry about that. But, and again, this freaking thing I'm doing now probably is going to change. I'm probably going to end up swapping games around once I finish them. Except Borderlands 3 is definitely going to be at the bottom. There's no way in hell that game is going any higher than the bottom. Now watch I say that, I come back and I play the pre-sequel. I'm like, no, this game fucking sucks, God. But anyway, and obviously number one, Borderlands 2. I don't think I have to explain why Borderlands 2 is my favorite game. In the entire franchise, it has the best villain, the best weapon. It has my favorite character of all time, Zero, in it, which is just the most fun character for me. I love all the characters except Salvador, fuck him, and Axton, fuck him too. I have had countless times of taking down multiple enemies. Ooh, too bad that the snipers you get from that one are ass. And I'm not about to be farming this stuff. But there's so much that I could say about Borderlands 2 that makes it my favorite.
More or less.
From, character design. Wait, that's the Cobra! Character design. The amount of, love and passion and effort that goes into that game. The fact that so many characters are,
I might not have a med school degree,
that
but
a lot
when
of
you
characters
get shot,
aren't even
you'll be
sidelined.
happy I'm here.
The majority of characters you meet in the game are there for a reason.
Well,
And the fact that it has by far easily the most content. So many freaking so many different what can I say? What's the word? Expansions, DLCs. So many DLCs, and even the headhunters, which is mini packs. So many different weapons to go find and get. So many different opportunities to just get more powerful. I could literally talk all day about my love for Borderlands 2. And also, it was the game I played religiously right next to Destiny when it came out in 2014. So, Destiny 1, by the way. But, anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Next time we're going to be going out and finishing up the last couple of stuff that we need to do. And I'm going to be going out to get some stuff. I didn't explain a lot of things in this because I was too busy just rambling. But, all this rambling was supposed to be yesterday when I didn't have to explain anything, so there's going to be a lot of explanations now. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please tell me, any game recommendations. Please don't choose anything too expensive, like whole $60 games, because I don't have that kind of money. But, yeah. I still don't have an outro, so